Okay, bows and bow ties. So luck. I'm on my way home in the rain, so this is not fun times for me. Okay, not fun times. Let me just say this. Someone explain to me where is the line drawn for uh, accountability versus shaming. Where is accountability drawn versus expression, um, living your life? Like, I just feel like we go out of our way to shame people. And what I want to do is talk about the Serena Williams call out for a second. I wasn't going to originally comment on this because I thought it was just going to be a one off where there was a black woman who went in on Serena. And the gist of it was she got on Serena for not representing dark skinned women the way she wanted her to represent. Now, do I think that Serena Williams is probably going through something? Perhaps. But the way we talk about our women, there's a way of calling people out and being loving and showing grace, showing grace. Because the way she called her out, now I saw this on TikTok. It felt almost like an attack. It felt like an attack. So for those of you who did not see this clip, this video, this drag session, this whatever it was, she went on to say, like, I'm so sick and tired of Serena Williams basically looking a hot mess. She called out the fact that she's got too much, I guess, maybe there's surgery or fillers going on in her face. The fact that she's wearing a blonde wig, her makeup is too light, the way she dresses, and there were all kinds of other people who subsequently got on and seconded what this woman was saying. Now, if I'm being honest, do I love Serena's look? No, not at all. But I also don't care to get on social media and tear her down, drag this woman. So let's talk about this for a second. The main thing is they want her to represent beauty, in my opinion, through their eyes. I think they feel like Serena Williams should be a dark skinned baddie in the way that they want her to be. And Serena Williams is a woman of the world. I think she has been around multiple cultures and she has been bullied in the media, online, or whatever for so long. She's been bullied for her physique. She's been bullied for her African features. She was even bullied for wearing beads in her hair early on in her career. She was bullied for um, just her overall style of playing tennis. So we don't know the psychological effects of what it's like being her. Okay, she's been through a lot. She's lost, a sister. She's dated men, and now she's married to someone who doesn't like her. And I kind of feel like she's going where somebody is valuing her and celebrates her. And let me just say for the record, whenever you have heard her husband, Alex Ohanian, speak about her, she's always covered. He covers her. He now granted they're a little bit older, right? So it was different than what Jonathan Owens did for Simone Biles, but they're young, they made mistakes. But when you listen to the way he talks about Serena, or when he references her, he covers her. He protects her. Nevertheless, as a black woman, unambiguous black woman who has had to take so much from the media, it is tough to see black women go so hard against her. Do I think she may or may not struggle with how she views herself and how she shows up in this world? It's possible. But if she wants to wear a blonde wig, let me just stop right there for a second. Let's go back to the Real Housewives of Potomac for a second. They love to laud and applaud Wendy Osepa and Candace. You know why? Because they conform to a certain type of beauty standard, right? They don't see anything when Candace, in my opinion, allegedly lightens her makeup to pure lighter. There was a reunion where I felt like Wendy Osefo did the same thing. They don't say anything when Wendy is wearing like looks like some sort of white and wavy weave or wig or whatever it is. They don't say anything when Candace is wearing all of her hair and colors and stuff like that. They don't say anything when they conform to a European beauty standard. Wendy doesn't have wavy hair, yet everything on her is not what would typically be synonymous with the average black woman. They don't say anything about how Candace overly contours her nose. So when you get somebody like Serena Williams, who has very strong black features, I don't think she's an ugly woman, but she's not conventionally what someone would say is attractive because she's got strong, wonderful features. And so what's happening is they want her to, I feel like they want her to, I don't know what it is they want to do. They don't want her to highlight anything or maybe tone down something. I don't know. But they're coming for her hair. They don't like the fact that she's wearing blonde hair and wigs, but they don't say anything when anybody else does it. Do I think that that is a good look for her? Me personally, no. I don't also care to get out here and drag her for it. She's going through this phase of expression. Let her have it. There's a way to ask somebody. Then the girl proceeds to get out there. The one who calls her out and talks about they hate the way she dresses, right? Is right now it's giving a little bit of Kendrick Lamar. Like, I hate the way you walk, the way you talk. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way that that's what it was giving. They don't like the way that her clothes, like, so we got a lot of people talking about her fashion. I'm like, well, you know what it is? She's also thicker than she used to be. She also has a really strong, athletic, muscular body type. In addition to that, she has a, I don't know, maybe her baby's a year old. I don't know how old her second child is. So she's probably still dealing with some of that, with baby weight and all kinds of stuff. She's also older. She's also not training to be a world class athlete anymore, at least as far as I know. So yeah, her body's going to look different. So I think people are not liking the way she's dressing. And that's fine, but I feel like the way they're coming after her, like, I wish somebody would get Serena together. I don't think they care for the fact that her body is different. Her body has gone through a transformation. That second baby probably started talking to her, as it does to a lot of people. And it's going to take her some time to get back to whatever it is that she wants to look like and how she wants to be, whatever that is. But this is I would say, middle-aged woman now. I think she's about 40 years old, give or take, who's gone through childbirth. She's gone through so much in her life. She's lost, she's lost her sister. She's been ridiculed and vilified in the media. She's gone through no longer training as a world class athlete. So that, when you switch from being very dominant on top of the world to now having to step away from that, so your body is adjusting. And I just kind of feel like, to sit here and get out here on social media, the audacity of some of these women who want to tear her down. They weren't being constructive in their criticism. You know what they could have said is they could have said something like, you know what, Serena, we would love to see you try this look. I think this would look good on you. Especially now that you're no longer training and everything like that. I think that this is a great look. Like, there's a way of uplifting somebody and sharing something positive instead of saying you basically look like trash. It's giving me like it's reminding me of that time, maybe about a decade ago. I'm not sure if many of you remember when Gabby Douglas won the all around for the Olympics before Simone Biles took over the entire world. Gabby Douglas was out there performing, and she wasn't really great at slaying her hair. And a lot of people got on her for her hair choice. And I kind of felt like this young lady just won all around in the Olympics and everything else, and we want to sit there and tear her down about her hair. You know, we are so obsessed with the way Black women are wearing their hair, whether it's natural or not natural, whether there's clip-ins or wigs or whatever it is. Although I must admit my hypocrisy, because I do laugh at how people are overdoing their edges. I don't understand that trend at all. It looks like it's going to give you bumps on your head, but that's neither here nor there. But where I'm going with this is like I feel like we have this unhealthy obsession with trying to drag and check Black women. And it's like I don't know where the line is drawn in terms of accountability or shaming. It's gross. So for the woman who got out there, and I'm like the audacity, because it wasn't like this woman that got out there was like some conventional beauty. She wasn't ugly. She was an average Black woman, but she's coming for Serena Williams, who is, I would say, a typical Black woman, I guess. She's got strong features. She has a strong athletic body, and they wanted her to not like almost like not express herself. It's her way of expression is not necessarily my way of expression, but I don't really care to like basically say I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way you dress, I hate the way that basically so it was a Kendrick Lamar moment, but they basically went after her beauty standard. They basically went after her hair, her body, and her dress. Look, if we're all being honest, I think there's I don't know if there I think there is something there, but I don't care that much. This is her expression. She's got $1 million, and if she wants to walk around with 25 packs of blonde hair or wigs or whatever it is she's got going on, that's just the space that she's in right now. And to be honest, I can totally see her doing this because she has been attacked so much. They have talked about her looks so much, and she is human. This is a full-on woman, and I can understand her probably wanting to, I'm just guessing, lighten her skin, wear light wigs, and all that she's got going on. A lot of people have bullied this woman. It's no different than like how people were coming for Gabby Douglas. Or better yet, I remember when people were coming at the Lizzo. Now, my issue with Lizzo was, look, if you want to be big, go ahead with your bigness. The issue I had with Lizzo was she wanted to um, she was using her bigness as like, she was like a court jester. So she would show up at like NBA games where I'm like, that's not that that's for your concert. That's for when people are coming to see that. She would show up to the NBA and wearing, pants with the booty out, stuff like that. I'm like, that's not, people didn't come here to see you. People came to the NBA. This is a family event. And I was like, well, that's where you can draw the line, right? I'm like, okay, so you're doing too much. But if people are going to a concert to see you and you want your cheeks to be out all in its glory, that's that venue for that. That's the issue I have with Lizzo. But if she wants to walk around and be big, let her be big. It is not for me to body shame. It is not. Look, by the way, let me just say for the record, I lost 12 pounds. Y'all should be giving me some hand claps and roses and everything else. I know you can't see it, but I'm just saying. Okay, so back to the regularly scheduled like program here. So back on Lizzo. If she wants to be big and walk around big, then that is her choice. It is not for me. I don't feel the need to get out there and shame her body. It's gross. which is why I was irritated when they came after Gabby Douglas and talking about her hair. And then now, right now, I think Serena Williams is like really gaining the ire of all dark skinned black women in America, because she is not representing what dark skinned beauty should look like. Like, she's not fitting that mold. And if we're being honest, and I know a lot of you are going to get mad at me, a lot of these dark skinned women who are coming after her are mad that she's not, like, she was not able to accomplish what others can in terms of making her look as European as possible. She just looks like a dark skinned woman trying to look very European. But that's the space that she's in right now. And I said, what we do is we love Serena. Leave her alone. She want to wear a blonde wig. There's so many women who are out here wearing a blonde wig. Like I said, when Wendy Osefo got out here with some wet and wavy at her reunion, nobody called her out for that. When she went out there and bought hard rocks for boobs, and at one point her foundation in another like reunion, nobody said anything about her lightening her foundation. We didn't say anything about Candace lightening her foundation and all the hair and everything else that she's wearing. She's a dark-skinned black woman and she's out there lightening her foundation, overly contouring her nose. So we're not saying anything because Candace was able to change her looks easier than Serena. So now all these women are out here coming for her, and I don't like it. I'm like, leave her alone. I remember when Michelle Obama was in office and people were getting on her because her arms look muscular. I'm like, this woman is working out and she's got nice arms, and you guys are like, and she's showing her arms, or somebody was. I don't even know where I heard that. All I'm saying is, look, here we go again. Black women and their psychoness. We don't know how to love each other. There's no sisterhood. I said it in other videos and I'll say it again. I'm saying what I'm saying. Basically, I said what I said. I'm saying what I'm saying. I said what I said. You know what I meant? We don't care about each other. We don't even love ourselves. Because when you get somebody like a Serena Williams, when you think it's okay to basically drag this woman, can somebody get Serena Williams and tell her, like, I am sick of her looking so bad. Well, maybe she thinks she looks great. And maybe this, just for today, her walking around with her lightened foundation and the wigs and stuff, maybe she feels like $1 million. I'm like, leave this woman alone. Because many of you have gotten on her in the past. Many of you have sexualized her. When she wore that cat suit, now she was bad in that cat suit. Now, don't get me wrong. But like, people got on her when she wore the cat suit. People got on her for being thicklicious. And I'm just kind of like, that's her body. They got on her for everything. This woman has stepped away from competition and now her body is different. She's post baby number 2. She's not training in a world class manner. So she's still adjusting to being a non world class athlete. She's got a new body. She's got 2 babies. Yes, she has a lot of money, but at the end, I mean, I'm sure she's got help. But at the end of the day, she's doing what's making her feel good. And to get out here and to shame this woman is so disgusting. And I think really at the root of this, and I have been wrong before and I will be wrong again, dark-skinned women are mad because she is not representing them in the way that they want her to. I said it. I said it. They're mad because she is not representing dark-skinned women in the way that they want her to. They want her to darken her wig, get some long tresses. Well, I don't know. The one girl did say, can you get some braids or something like that? All I'm saying is they're coming for her, and it's not loving, it's not graceful, it's not warm, because this is a whole human. I just can't stand it. Y'all chicks are out here bugging. These women are psycho. Look, the women, black women need some healing. Y'all so busy talking about black men so bad, and they deserve it. But y'all are out here tearing down any and everything. Dark-skinned women can't represent the dark-skinned woman good enough. Single women with children are basically the antichrist. Married women are so unhappy. They're the most unhappy women in the world. Black men are they're like evil. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, Who are you happy with? You're clearly not happy with yourself. You're so busy everyone, attacking everyone. And then you got these whacked out weirdo women who are the so-called feminists. If you do not represent their brand of feminism, you can get it too. These women are freaking psycho. Y'all can be mad. Be all the way mad. I said what I said. I'm standing 10 toes down in it. It is outrageous. Y'all are disgusting. And I say y'all, I'm talking about the angry black women who are out here attacking other women. We need to stop it. It is bad. So I'm sure Serena Williams have seen all these women coming for her unnecessarily. Yo, why are they taking this lane? I need to take this lane too. They are coming for her, and it's like ridiculous. Think about how sick these women were when Simone Biles got out there with her husband. Now, granted, he did not cover her. He did not cover her. Jonathan Owens, I know his name now. He didn't cover her. But instead of offering up advice, well, technically this was advice, they were like, run. Instead of giving them tools, instead of saying, hey, Jonathan Owens, did you know that you're supposed to cover your wife? See, actually, Serena Williams has that. Her husband covers her. You won't catch him say anything bad about her. But instead of giving that young couple like really solid advice, like, hey, 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 when you're out here in public, oh no, we don't tear down the spouses. You cover her. You never put her in a situation where she has to defend your silliness, right? Instead of offering up that, instead of trying to give them some tools, some communication tools, you know what they did? They pointed out the fact that all the women that he's dated before didn't look like her. What kind of shady SHITTY? I'm trying not to cuss on here. Who does that? He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you because all the women he wanted before looked like this. And then if you say, well, you know what? There was something about her that maybe he fell in love with. She's a pick me. Well, she kind of was. But the point I'm making was instead of giving them tools and offering us some good suggestions, it's kind of like he doesn't want you. He's going to use you. Don't have children with him. Don't do this. Don't do that. Let me tell you something. I saw Simone Biles' pictures for her wedding. I thought she was stunning. He looked like he was broken up when he saw her. Like, oh my goodness, how did God bless me with this glamazon? This, well, she's not that tall, but you know what I mean? Like, she just looked absolutely stunning. And let me tell you something else about these sick women out here. This Simone Biles is a regular. Well, she's not regular because she's like amazing in every way. Could practically do no wrong. But like, this was a regular black woman. She was pretty. She she wasn't out here trying to be something that she wasn't. She and it was not good enough. It's not good enough. They want everybody to be angry and to be where they are. And relationships are bad, and he's going to treat you bad. What if he doesn't? I don't know. I just kind of felt like I watched these sick people get out here on the internet attacking women. And like I said, they're so sick they will attack their so-called own, the dark-skinned black women. I'm like, this is sick. This is dirty business. Dirty business. I've watched them attack light-skinned women and say that they're all basic. I'm like, y'all just can't be happy. They need to all get together on some whacked out weirdo island or all go to Baltimore because we all know how much I don't really like Baltimore that much because I just think they all need to go someplace and they should just secede from the union, get their own currency, and they'll just be happy with each other. And they can have their own brand of whacked out weirdo feminism. And on the other side of the island, they could be with the whacked out weirdo manosphere dudes who are just on somebody's microphone doing nothing but gossiping about women. It's so weird. It's just, oh my goodness, it's just so weird. It's like, it's just giving secondhand embarrassment. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that. These women, I should have done this from my computer. I should have done this from my computer, but you know, I don't always have time. But these women are in the business of attacking and dragging and tearing down women. I said what I said. Now, This is when you go ahead and leave me a comment. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again. Otherwise, leave a comment, and you can tell me how right I am or not. Just be respectful. You can disagree, but be respectful. I don't like disrespectful people, but I don't care if you disagree with me, right? Um, Whatever. And then go ahead and subscribe and send it to all your aunties and your sisters and your cousins and everybody else. You can send it to the men too. I don't care. You can send it to everybody else because they need to watch all of my content, and I'm amazing in every way. They could do no wrong. All right. Until next time, which could be in an hour. I don't know. I'm feeling that kind of way today. I think I have a little bit of time today before I got to take my daughter to her practice in the rain. But that's neither here nor there.